Hey everybody, it's another episode of Murder, She Wrote. It's not turning into a series, it's just every now and again you'll get an episode and you can watch it along with me, and we'll guess together. This show it doesn't obey the normal rules of my reactions. Everybody gets to watch it, everybody gets to play along, it's just a fun extra thing until things get more back to normal. So, who will be the murderer this time? Who knows? Will they... Well, I'm not going to spoil the last episode because I was about to spoil the key point of the last episode. From now on, keep it in my head. Don't mention the previous episodes in the intro because you might watch them out of order. I don't know. Anyway, last time, I'll just give a general overview of last time. There was 4 girls on a boat and their father, and there was a storm. And Jessica was flirting with everybody. She getting some action last episode. That's what I'm saying. Maybe this show isn't what I thought it was going to be, you know? I cannot find it, it's somewhere in here. This episode is called Birds of a Feather. And as we all know, they flock together. So, trying to figure it out before it even starts. It was a bird. It was a seagull. Cabot Cove. Infested with seagulls. Killer seagulls. Did you ever see the birds? Me either. Seagulls in that? Who knows? Anyway. This is my favorite part. That is The Rock, Alcatraz. So we're in San Francisco. Am I the cleverest person in the world? Probably not. Okay, so we're not always in Cabot Cove. Martin Landau, that's hilarious because he was just in an episode of The Twilight Zone that I watched.
Say, kid, we got a deal. You're in it till I say otherwise.
Now look!
You're a nice kid, Howard. But don't you ever touch me like that again.
Or I'll kill you.
Tonight you be there, you don't see a dime. You got that? Fritz.
The dog will be important later. It'll be like a clue.
I thought we had a deal.
We do. Just be patient.
Is Martin going to
I've been
get
patient
killed?
for about 6 months.
Don't push me, Mike. Things are going real good right now.
Maybe he's going to kill everybody else.
But I can live without you.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of living,
He's threatening everybody.
anybody.
Fritz!
Fritz will do it. Okay, so that guy can intimidate the dog. The other guy is scared of the dog.
Always on each side of the old. God bless you.
Thank you. I'm allergic to flowers.
Just how
Remember that?
intimate.
And
Allergic
my
to
aunt just flew in
flowers?
from Maine, and
is that-
maybe a few of Howard's friends.
Is your aunt
Speaking of
Jessica
the groom,
Fletcher?
I do.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry, honey. I can't make it. I wish I could.
Howard, this is ridiculous.
It's a very important client.
They can't all be that important every night.
Did you know I would?
5 nights
Is this
in a row.
blood?
God knows I wouldn't want to drag you away from a client.
It's true. Lipstick? I don't know.
I met him in New York. He was acting in an off-Broadway show.
Oh, I thought it was in insurance.
Oh, he is now. But back there, he was an actor. Oh, believe me, Aunt Jess, I would marry Howard no matter what business he was in.
Really? What if he was in
I really love him.
the
And Howard loves me.
garbage
He
business?
really does. I mean, I know that.
Jessica's not convinced.
It's not abnormal to have last-minute doubts.
You're always trying to talk me out of...
You've always read me like a book, haven't you?
Well, hopefully not
I'm
the
fine.
murder
You just
kind of
stop me.
book.
You know how they say there's nothing quite so romantic as San Francisco after dark?
Do they say that?
No.
Does it?
I dropped by his office yesterday to surprise
He wasn't
him.
even there.
They told me that he hadn't worked there for a month.
Uh-oh.
Yesterday I met him for
Drink up,
breakfast,
Jessica.
and he smelled like perfume.
Mm-hmm.
This afternoon at the chapel, He lent me his handkerchief.
It had lipstick all over it.
And these matches from some nightclub. I want to go to this place.
Maybe
Your own
he's
peace of mind.
in a drag show.
I think
Did you
you
ever
have to.
think about that? Speaking of a drag show, it's his own perfume, it's his own lipstick.
I got him that talk show, and now he's hot.
He's hot because this club made him hot. Now you tell Freddie he works here or he doesn't work anywhere. Got that?
He's got him under his thumb. Oh, here we go. Hello.
Ladies.
I would like to see what's going on in this
Your name,
establishment.
We don't have a reservation, but
I'm a famous author.
We could seat you at 11 next Thursday.
my aunt and I just dropped by, and we would really like a table. That's my aunt right there,
Do you recognize her? She's a famous author.
J.B. Fletcher.
Oh, really?
Really?
Get out of here.
Who the hell is J.B. Fletcher?
He doesn't care. He doesn't know.
He's had 6 bestsellers.
Did you ever hear of Agatha Christie?
This morning she was on
Nothing
Bay City
compared to
Breakfast,
J.B.
and
Fletcher.
tomorrow she appears with Dana Burns.
He's thinking
Fletcher, so delighted you could join
dollar
us this
signs,
evening.
he's thinking.
Table for 2, of course.
By the way, that act that's been playing, awful. Just not even, no, just vowels for the entire thing.
Hey, you know, I
Hey,
wanna look
Freddie.
good for the show. She said, I'd like to, but I'm married. I said, come anyway. Tell your husband you're going out with the girls. She said, you tell him he's shaving you. I met a girl.
Great jokes, dude.
Was Mr. Drake expecting you?
I'm trying to sell my
Oh,
car.
I doubt
How many
it.
miles you got on it? She said, I got on
How's he fitting all these people in?
Felix, what are you doing backstage?
I'm supposed to tell Mr. Drake his wife's here.
His wife.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. I'll tell him.
He said, good. Get up and shut the window yourself. Hey, you're a great crowd. You're really beautiful. Thank you, thank you.
Polite applause is the appropriate response, rather than laughter.
Notice there's something a little strange about this place.
What do you mean?
This is the Flamingos?
No,
And now, the moment we've all
The
been
star
waiting
attraction. Yeah, a fine young woman.
There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he...
Somebody's dead. It's a murderer. It's her husband to be. Yep,
Howard?
just making some money
Howard?
on the side. This is interesting for me to react to, isn't it?
May I please see Mr. Griffin?
I'm sorry, lady. Nobody can go in there.
I have to see. Here, you can take my purse, and you can search me.
It's a bribe. It's a bribe.
I
Well,
guess it'll be all right. Just for a minute.
do you want to take all the money out of it and you can see him for a minute? Worst cop ever. Are you even a cop? Still love him?
It was just a job.
I know. Isn't it wonderful?
And you're not cheating on me?
Well, never mind.
I didn't shoot him. I swear I didn't.
There's loads of suspects. There was like a string of people coming in to see him, and some of them are in the audience, so they're okay.
Which one?
The tall one.
Which one?
All right, coming through. Stand
Hey,
aside.
Freddie, was it you?
Stand aside.
Because he was off stage. He'd finished his... It was Freddie.
I walked past the open door,
Mhm.
and I saw him,
Mm-hmm.
standing over Mr. Drake with the gun.
Open and shut
This
case,
gun?
boys.
Yes.
Lieutenant Novak,
Ooh,
did you
Herbert.
notice the small
Gonna say
white
something?
feather on Mr. Drake's jacket?
Who are you?
Birds of a feather.
Oh, I'm Jessica Fletcher. I can't
Get
help
out of here.
Would you please get out of here?
Please, ma'am.
Damn authors always trying to solve my cases for me.
Hey, what can I tell you? I was making a living out front. He was dying backstage.
Sign.
That's the funniest thing he said all episode.
Ralph, you got anything on that gun yet?
Excuse me.
Oh, never mind. Some crazy lady has just broken into my office.
The suspect was seen standing over the victim holding the gun. The
Check.
only fingerprints on the gun was his. And
Check.
it was common knowledge that he'd been arguing with Drake about money.
As
And
everybody's been arguing.
The gun was stolen from a pawn shop in New York City, which
That's where he
is
was.
where Howard comes from. I
Off Broadway.
believe.
Off
Now, you
Broadway.
got the-
Hey, princess. How about a date?
How'd you like to shoot for breakfast?
It's interesting seeing the attitudes.
You've got 10 minutes.
Did you bring any of my clothes from home, Mrs. Fletcher?
He was dead when I walked in.
Why did you pick up the
I'd like
gun?
to believe that.
Mr. Drake said I was the world's worst female impersonator, but the customers liked me because I was klutzy and I made them laugh. He wouldn't get my money.
Flashback. We're going to see why he picked up the gun.
Mr. Drake, fine, and I want what you owe me.
Oh, he stood on it. Okay, that's why he picked it up. Mr. Drake.
Drake, now talk to me.
Cue. Misses. Scream. Run.
I wonder what Miss Stevenson was doing there.
Everybody knew that Mr. Drake and Barbara
They were,
worked late.
You know.
And is there anything else you need?
How about a pair of pants?
Exactly. Nobody think to bring him some clothes.
Well, hello, Mrs. Fletcher. How nice to hear from you again. Drake was killed between 9:50 and 10:05.
Oh.
That's when York was performing. The banging of his drums covered the sound of the shot.
Yeah, but...
What is there about that woman that makes me nervous?
I think she's kind of cute.
Oh, see? Oh. Last episode she was flirting with everybody. She doesn't need to flirt this time. This dude's already into her.
Listen, do you have any representation on the West Coast?
Oh, thank you, Mr.
He was trying to get
Yes, I do
Freddie
have
out
an
of his
agent. Actually, I was
contract.
looking for Miss Barbara Stevenson.
It's all been a terrible shock, but I know that Al would want us to carry on.
She's broken up about it. Well, okay, so they were both cheating on each other. Hey, Freddie.
Excuse me.
Mrs. Fletcher,
Got any jokes for us, Freddie?
Oh, well, at least you got a great view. I mean, look out there. You can see Alcatraz.
Well, that's my manager, Patterson. He couldn't negotiate me any more money, so he negotiated a window.
Yeah? Does everything he has
Did you want to see
to
me
say
about something?
have to be a one-liner? What was she looking for? Feather?
Frankly, Barbara, I don't know how I could ever run this club without you. But I'm going to try.
Hey, what? You gonna let me go? Come on, I was keeping your husband distracted while you were cheating on him.
Could I give you a lift?
It's a trick. She's gonna pump you for information.
You wouldn't believe some of the things that go on. I never divulge company business.
She's a professional.
Confidentially. And I mean, this is just between you and me.
Of course.
She's having an affair with Mike.
Scandalous.
Now, nobody's supposed to know this, but Mike was trying to buy the club from Mr. Drake. Can you believe that?
Oh, it's getting
Behind his
complicated.
back, Now, don't ever say you heard this from me.
Of course
but
not.
I wouldn't put it past Bill Patterson to kill him. See, not many people know this, but Mr. Drake had Freddie under a 7-year contract. Stop at the top of the hill.
She's the perfect person to bring in because she'll just tell you everything.
And don't worry, I won't say a word about what you told me.
Hilarious.
It is so nice to talk to someone who knows how to be discreet.
Discreet, yeah. If she did it, she'd probably even say it.
No reasonable person could assume for one moment that I had anything to do with it.
Of course not. You're so nice.
And naturally, you didn't care that he reneged on his promise to sell you the club.
What about that, Mike?
So here we are.
Couldn't have worked out better if we planned it.
Well, we didn't, did we?
Which of course we didn't.
Of course not.
Is there something I should know just for my own peace of mind?
I was about to ask you the same question.
We're probing each other
know,
to see if
if
either
he
of them
did
did
kill
it.
Of course,
That
Barbara.
guy?
And
This guy
I
here?
said Felix,
So
everybody
sick
saw
of
them. Right.
making room for people.
Oh, I'm so glad I called you. Any result on the night
His
before
reaction to seeing her.
It was negative, Mrs. Fletcher.
Oh, negative. That means he didn't fire the gun.
Well, maybe he was wearing gloves.
Have you noticed how many people around this club are wearing gloves?
No, but I'm sure you've got a list.
Once again, please, Charlie! I heard that.
We all heard it, Mrs. Fletcher. The shot would have been heard, except during York's act, when York was playing the drums on the stage.
Maybe it was a silencer.
What's this lady trying to suggest? That one of us killed Drake?
Ooh, get out of there. Good reflexes, dude.
Are you?
Can you move, Freddie?
Oh.
Oh, dear. I hope you want.
Look, we took some lab tests.
Yeah.
The rope that was holding the stage light was eaten through by acid.
Acid?
It was not an accident.
Somebody wanted to kill Mr. York.
How did they know he was going to be there?
And I really appreciate the suit, Jessica.
Well, I think it made a better impression
We
on the
finally
dog.
got some clothes. Ooh, the dog.
shot.
The dog is back.
Oh, my, what a nice dog. What's his name?
Fritz, but be careful. He's had attack training.
I'm in mourning, Mrs. Fletcher.
You know.
Clearly.
I didn't kill my husband.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I suggest that?
Sort
Look,
of.
if you then check on Freddie York and that blood-sucking agent of his.
Las Vegas.
Atlantic City.
Why is everybody wants to celebrate?
I never thought I'd see the
First
day when I'd be
episode, they're all
drinking to Al
celebrating.
Drake.
This time,
Am I interrupting?
Like, did I murder Al Drake? The answer is no.
Okay.
Did Freddie murder Al Drake?
Oh, we're moving the
answer
conversation
is no.
along.
Bill, take it easy.
Why don't you get back to Nantucket?
Name.
it's Cabot Cove.
My
I'll have
client
you
was
know.
on stage when Drake was killed. As a matter of
You know who Freddy reminds me of? Billy Crystal. Except Freddy's not funny.
I don't have a job.
I don't care.
Aunt Jessica, tell her.
Tell her not to marry me until I've got a
This
job.
building is arc in there. There's something I am overlooking. I just know there is.
Me too.
But I think that it'll come to me if I have a good sleep.
Something to do with the parrot or the dog or the sound of the bullets. I have no idea. Of course.
As I recall, we
The killer
scientific...
used a silencer.
Okay.
Don't
I
make
said that.
silencers for that gun.
Remember the feather we found on Mr. Drake's jacket?
Yes.
Whoever killed Drake used a pillow to muffle the sound of the shot.
Okay.
That's why nobody heard it.
Wait a minute. What you say
Can we
is
find the
true.
pillow?
He could have been... There's no bullet hole in this pillow.
But this pillow was not in this room when we discovered the body.
Miss, these are police photographs. Where did you get them?
Your partner, Charlie. You know, he's really a very nice man.
Then someone
Charlie
put this
has
pillow in here.
the hots
That's
for
the
her?
investigation.
I think you used Mr. Drake's pillow to muffle the shot. Then you removed your fingerprints from the gun, got rid of the pillow, and went on stage.
I don't have time for this. I have a plane to catch.
He's getting
You're
serious.
afraid that it's the only one that is sun-faded, like the settee. Because yours is
Face
the only
the
one
window.
that is sitting right next to the window.
That's why she was paying attention earlier to all the details.
It's my luck.
Don't confess, Freddy. Get a lawyer.
I knew you were trouble as soon as I saw you. Well, what was I gonna do? Spend the rest of my life working in this rinky-dink club? Well, you call it murder. I call it a career move.
Well,
Look,
dude,
fair is fair. He gave me a shot.
I gave him a shot.
I gave him a shot. But
Yeah, good joke, dude.
you should play Vegas. That reminds me, I better cancel my tickets. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be going.
Well, if you just kill these two people, you'll be fine.
It's too bad.
Got any more pillows?
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Neither of them are wearing a dress in this scene. Oh, that's funny. What are they doing here? What? Do they have no friends or family?
Congratulations.
Just all the people from the club that are suspects are at the wedding?
But I've got a new job lined up, selling real estate.
And Jessica.
Jobs are so easy to get back in the 80s.
I got big news for you, baby. I have 2 days a week on a soap. It's in Hollywood. Starts on Monday.
I'll do it.
Well,
That's what he
happened
wants.
with real...
His dreams of being an actor.
This is what Howard has always wanted, and
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna do.
What do you think, Aunt Jessica?
But in this case, I say, go for it.
Oh, she getting in there with a kiss? It's hilarious. I tell you, this show is a riot. Just watching it, every instant, every scene is just everybody's reactions to Jessica appearing, like the cop in this one. Just every time she appears, he's like, "Oh my god, what am I going to do to get rid of her? Can I just solve the case? Maybe she'll go then." And the wedding at the end. What was that guest list? Does she? They probably established that her family couldn't make it. She could only get her Aunt Jessica to come, because the rest of her family hates her and doesn't approve of her marriage to Howard. What? Maybe it's too far away. It was confusing. And then all the shady people from the club that were suspects, they're just the entire guest list from that wedding. It's pretty funny. So many good parts in this episode. The guy who's assigning tables, just constantly being told to make room. The dog that has nothing to do with anything, that I was focused on. I was like, okay, this guy can control the dog. This guy is afraid of the dog. This woman, she's complete control of the dog. Dog isn't even nothing to do with it. The parrot's going to say something. The parrot is going to repeat something. The world's first mute parrot. But I guess the feather, maybe that was, related, just to throw us off. The obviously telegraphed drag show before it happened. I like that he said that he was the world's worst female impersonator, but people liked him because he was funny. He was kind of goofy and stumbled around. He did have that sort of energy and vibe about him, even just the way he acts normally. So I can definitely see that. He has that kind of wide-eyed, eager, willing to do anything. I'm glad that he ended up marrying, what was her name? That girl. And that he didn't turn out to be a creep or like bad for her, or Jessica didn't talk her out of it, or And he finally got his happy ending, his dream job, 2 days a week on a soap opera, days of our lives probably. And it was Freddie. I'm sure I think I threw a wild guess out in the middle of the episode about Freddie. Whose jokes were amazing, weren't they? Maybe you had to be there. But I think they were deliberately, I don't know, I felt like they were deliberately bad, because nobody was really laughing at them in the club. So he had delusions of grandeur. And they just had the most famous actor at the time, Martin Landau, just there just to get killed. I wonder if that's going to be a common thing. Just bring in a famous person to have them either be killed or be the murderer. Be interested to see that in future episodes. And we got away from Cabot Cove. So, in my head, now there's going to be 2 styles of episode. 1, Jessica's in the cove, murders happen. 2, Jessica's on vacation, visiting relatives, murders happen. All in all, a bit harder to piece together this one, I think. I had suspicions about Freddy, but not really anything concrete. We could kind of start eliminating suspects, like when the wife and her lover were kind of trying to suss each other out. You could kind of eliminate them since they were both trying to test each other. Yeah. Fun episode. Fun diversion from my normal reactions, and whenever the next one happens, there's no schedule for these. It's just, want a mystery? You want to try and suss it out with me? Here's one. So, until the next time, have a great day, week, month, year, and I'll see you then.